Hello everyone, in this video I wanted to discuss one of the most popular questions that I get asked, which is what is the difference between a statement of purpose and a personal statement? Now, as much as possible, I try to tell you guys that the difference is that a statement of purpose is more technical. You go deep into your projects and internships and all that, versus a personal statement is more about your journey and how you sort of reach this point in your life that you want to pursue a master's degree and so on. Right? But typically I found that this is a little bit too vague for you guys of a prompt and you're not really able to understand and articulate the same in your essays, right? So I thought I'd make a video explaining this a little further. Now, thankfully for me, this video wrote itself because I was able to find out a link to the University of Michigan, which is famous for asking these two separate documents, and they've literally just explained what is the difference and what needs to go in each. So in this video, we're going to explore a little bit into what the University of Michigan is really asking for in a personal statement and a statement of purpose. And then what I'll do is I'll give you guys an example of how this would sort of work for my profile, if you guys don't mind me talking about myself too much. Okay, so let's get started. Here is what the University of Michigan states should be written in your statement of purpose, right? What I want you guys to do is I want you to pause the video and then just take a couple seconds to read, right? So 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as you guys can see, the academic statement of purpose is very technical. Now, in an earlier video, I told you guys that you shouldn't make your essay too technical because it's not always going to be read by the department that you're applying to, right? It might be read by other faculty members, or it might be read by the overall admissions team, right? So in the academic statement of purpose, the advantage is that since they're asking you to go technical, you can assume with like nearly 100% probability that your essay, your academic statement of purpose, will be read by the professors in the department that you're applying to. That means if you're applying for computer science, it's going to be read by computer science professors, right? So this means that you guys can go technical. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to go pick out, the most significant research projects or regular projects or internships or even work experience, the most significant ones, and then make a draft out of these. Now, they tell you that the academic statement of purpose should be 1 to 2 pages. This is, of course, the rule that you should be following. If they tell you to do that, then you actually have to do that. So in 1 to 2 pages, you talk about the most impactful projects, the most significant research work that you've done, and how that has sort of prepared you for graduate school, and maybe, how it's sort of contributed towards your skill growth, right? Talk about the technical skills that you gained through those experiences and all that. So basically, with the whole statement of purpose, you can just feel free to go extremely technical because this is going to be given directly to professors, in the department, right? Now, in a regular statement of purpose, when a university just asks for one document and not an SOP versus personal statement, in a regular statement of purpose, you're not meant to go that technical, okay? So that's not what you're supposed to do. I've done another video on how you guys should write the regular statement of purpose. That's different. I'm going to leave that in the description. But if they're asking you for a personal statement and an academic statement of purpose, then the academic statement of purpose is going to be completely technical. So next, let's get to the personal statement. Okay, so here again is what the University of Michigan recommends that you guys need to put in your personal statement. Okay, again, I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to pause and then read it through, and then we will discuss how I would write this personal statement. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. Next, let's get to the personal statement. So the personal statement, if they ask for it, will be focused a little bit more on your own journey, on your own life, beyond just your projects and research work and internships and all that. Now, obviously, you can mention your projects, you can mention your research work, you can mention your work experience, internships and all that, but don't go really technically deep, right? For example, if you did for example, a robotics project, right? You don't want to talk about the entire project. You just want to say that I did this project with my professor, and this was a great way for me to really learn about robotics and sort of, broaden my horizons on what I can do with my degree and all that. Right? So then this is a very non-technical way of talking about the same project, right? Now, let me give you guys an example of how I would write the personal statement for my profile. Okay, here we go. So how I would start my personal statement is I would discuss how, in college, I was actually pretty good at mechanical engineering and I really enjoy doing it. And I was looking forward to a career in mechanical engineering after I graduated, right? And then I joined Dassault Systems, which is pretty famous in the mechanical engineering field. And I had worked on their software earlier in my undergraduate, through this training course and stuff that I took. So I was really excited to start my career with them. And then to my surprise, they were doing like in-depth training in computer science, C++ programming. And I truly enjoyed that, and I had a couple wins, in the whole training program. And then of course, as I progressed with my work at Dassault Systems, I was able to combine both my computer science training that they gave me with the mechanical engineering concepts that I learned in undergrad. And I realized that, this is sort of the career that I want, right? However, I sort of looked to the future. I sort of looked to how my career would look like if I didn't have, let's say, a formal education in computer science, but rather than, just company-based training. So I realized that I wanted like, formal education in computer science concepts and all of that. However, I didn't want to leave my mechanical engineering roots because I was having a lot of fun with that. So then what I did is I decided to, in my free time, try to integrate computer science into mechanical engineering through projects. So I worked with my professor and we were able to create, and then I would describe my project, like without technical details, I would just say what the project is. And then I would say how this was really fun for me, and this sort of motivated me to pursue a career in this direction, blending both computer science and mechanical engineering. I came across this online course which I took, and it was really fun, and that's how I sort of learned more about robotics, and I had a lot of fun with it. So then I started searching for graduate school programs, and that's how I came across your university. Now at your university, it would allow me to take courses in electronics engineering, mechanical engineering, and computer science. And that would help me create an interdisciplinary career that I can just later follow after I graduate. After my graduation, this is the impact that I want to make. I would talk about the impact that I want to make in the industry. And I really look forward to starting my program at your university, right? So you guys can see that's the entire skeleton of my personal statement. I've just talked about my life, and then I've sort of connected all of my projects and internships and work experience all together, and then talked about how I want to pursue, how I want to continue on this path in graduate school, and then what I plan to do after graduate school. So I hope you guys understood what's the difference between an academic statement of purpose and a personal statement when they ask for two separate documents, right? You make sure that your academic statement of purpose is very technical, talking about the details of your projects and how all the hard skills and stuff that you gained, even soft skills if you want to. And then in your personal statements, you talk about why you did those projects, how they really motivated you, how they helped you grow as a person, maybe it's a couple of new insights that you came across, through those projects and all of that. So that's the difference. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to learn how you should write a regular statement of purpose and not an academic statement of purpose versus a personal statement, I've done another video on that. I'm going to leave a link right here so you guys can just click on that and then learn more about writing statements of purpose. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.